Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Okay. So we are very much happy to welcome you all to the Youth in Evaluation celebrations. Thank you for joining us. So as we wait for more participants to join, feel free to introduce yourselves in the chat, and we would be very happy to get to know you more in the discussion. So today, joining you, so joining you today as moderators, I am Ana Erika Lareza from the Philippines. I'm also a young and emerging evaluator, co-founder and co-leader of Evaluate Asia. And with me is Mark. Mark, would you like to unmute and introduce yourself?
Thank you so much. My name is Mark. I'll be the moderator for the day with Ana Erika. And I'm a young emerging evaluator from Kenya. And happy to be here and then enjoy and celebrate with everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. That's right. And to officially start off this video, this event, so we all know youth are powerful agents of change, and tapping into that power, especially in development processes, including in evaluation, is an unprecedented force that can multiply the transformative power of evaluation to reach those furthest behind and get us back on track towards the SDGs. And this power actually stems from youth's courage and persistence to fight for their equality, climate action, livelihoods, freedom, security, and rights.
So to start us today, our celebration, we have Chloe Satterhoff, a singer and a songwriter from Switzerland, who will be performing an original song entitled At Home in Our Heads, inspired by youth strength and resilience to bring about change in themselves and the society as a whole. Chloe, over to you.
Thank you so much. Thought I would always find a place where I'm safe in my mind, but sanity is on the line. Wanted to be no big deal, still today it doesn't feel real. Maybe we're losing track of time. Are we stuck in a dream, trying to lip sync to our screams? 'Cause I wonder, what does this mean? Are we at home in our heads, feeling everything I once felt, trying to be less alone than myself? Are we at home in our heads? Are we ever gonna catch our breath, trying to save us from ourselves? Are we at home in our heads, suddenly stopped in our tracks? Is that what it's gonna take to get our humanity back? Looking for a code to crack. We're doing wonders for the world. Why does it have to hurt? Can't help but look back. Are we at home in our heads, feeling everything I once felt, trying to be less alone with myself? Are we at home in our heads? Are we ever gonna catch our breath, trying to save us from ourselves? Are we at home in our heads? Thought I would always find a place where I'm home in my mind, but sanity is on the line.
Wow, thank you very much, Chloe, for such a heartfelt performance. And thank you for sharing this moment with us to celebrate youth and their courage and their strength for transformation. And now, continuing on youth's courage to speak up for their rights, here are the voices of Eval for Action co-leaders and young evaluators from around the world as they call for action for youth inclusion in development processes, including in evaluation.
Our world is facing profound challenges. The COVID-19 pandemic, climate change, rising conflicts, discrimination, the digital divide, the erosion of civil space and declining trust. And young people are not only heavily affected by this crisis, they are on the front lines for action and solutions. Young people are not only citizens with equal rights, but also powerful agents for change, whose voices must be fully heard.
And here we must, including in evaluation.
We must give youth space and support to be active leaders and contributors.
As meaningful engagement of youth in evaluation can be a turning point and a transformative voice.
A force that enrich evaluation and catalyze change for everyone.
Join us in supporting and reimagining youth in evaluation.
As part of data collection,
as crucial source of information,
as young evaluators,
as co-creators and co-managers of evaluation,
as young evaluation advocates,
we have a lot to offer.
We are not passive objects of evaluation.
We want to contribute and lead evaluation from the front.
It's time to see us,
listen to us,
recognize us,
include us,
be a champion for us.
Be a champion for youth in evaluation.
Thank you so much to the Eval for Action co-leaders and young evaluators for those inspiring words. And we are moving to our next session where we are going to have an opening statement. But due to unavoidable circumstances, our keynote speaker, Martin, will not be joining us today. It is unfortunate, but we know that he is with us in this call for action and meaningful youth engagement in evaluation. We further proceed and invite Dr. Kanem to amplify the importance of youth in participation and in the development process, but also call for action towards meaningful youth engagement in evaluation. Dr. Kanem is the UNFPA Executive Director and she'll be delivering her keynote address.
Dear colleagues, dear young people, I'm really happy to be with you to launch the Youth in Evaluation. That initiative is inspiring, it's bold, it's action-driven, and I think it's a step forward in terms of young people's meaningful engagement in evaluation, taking the lead. Together, we're calling on governments, United Nations agencies, the private sector, the global evaluation community, and others to create opportunities for young people as key evaluation advisors and decision makers. I would like to commend the Eval Youth Global Network, the Global Parliamentarians Forum on Evaluation, and our own UNFPA Evaluation Office for leading on this initiative. It's part of the dynamic Eval for Action campaign, which marks its second anniversary today. I congratulate everyone involved in this important campaign, including the 150 partners who are driving evaluation advocacy with young people front and center. The Youth in Evaluation Initiative, to me, comes at an extraordinary time. It is one that's marked by the climate crisis, by the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, and soaring humanitarian needs. In this world, which is plagued by violence, by extremism, by economic despair, and a sharp rise in inequality, vulnerable people are being pushed even further behind. With 2030, and that deadline of the Sustainable Development Goals is fast approaching, with 2030 and that agenda in mind, we will need young people to help meet the Sustainable Development Goals and to deliver rights and choices for all. It's not a time to retreat. We need to step up, step forward with efforts at every level. And I believe that transformative action has to be ambitious. It has to be far-reaching and innovative, and it must deliver for everyone, everywhere. Building an evidence-based culture, together with robust evaluation systems, that is going to be crucial. It's evaluation that helps to tell us who exactly is being left behind and why, and very importantly, what can work and what we need to do better. Strengthening our evaluation capacity is no small task, yet it is a critical task. Meaningful youth engagement in evaluation can increase innovation, can enhance the quality of innovation, and certainly the relevance of evaluation. We know this because young people are already contributing actively to the global evaluation system and culture. Let's nurture them and build up a diverse roster of capable young evaluators from all gender identities, all ethnicities, all backgrounds, all parts of the world. And let's prepare for the different roles that young people will be taking throughout the evaluation process. Let us encourage youth to lead. Youth can and do lead, and their advocacy efforts create meaningful spaces, and that's where youth will get engaged. Now more than ever, we need young evaluators to help us deliver on the Sustainable Development Goals and to create a better future for everyone. Now is the time to push forward. So let us answer this call to action and take action together. Thank you.
Indeed, it is not time to retreat. It is time to step up and step forward. Thank you so much, Dr. Kanem, for your undying support for youth in evaluation and for leading this call for action, for meaningful youth engagement in evaluation. And now to move to our second session, I'm happy to introduce our second performer of the day, Gaurav Vora, a young opera singer from India studying music at St. Peter's Conservatory.
Yes, and Gaurav, accompanied by Tatiana Smantser, will be performing Let Beauty Awake by Vaughan Williams. This performance is to celebrate the beauty of youth rights and beauty and power of youth in evaluation. Gaurav and Tatiana, take it away.
Thank you. Let beauty awake in the morn from beautiful dreams. Beauty awake from rest. Let beauty awake for beauty's sake in the hour when the birds are
Wow, wow, wow. Amazing, amazing, amazing performance. Thank you so much, Gaurav and Tatiana, for that amazing performance. Indeed, let us awake the beauty of youth agency from the rest and harness the power to move forward towards a bright future. And now to continue on this call for action, it is my great honor and privilege to introduce our friend and a great champion for young and emerging evaluators, Marco Sigone. Marco Sigone is the director of UNFPA Evaluation Office. He will introduce the Youth in Evaluation Initiative and the manifesto. Marco, welcome.
Thank you very much, Mark, and hi, everybody, and really what an amazing performance from our young singer. Really, thank you very much for that. So, as we already heard from Antonio Guterres, the Secretary General from the United Nations, and Natalia Kanem, the Executive Director of UNFPA, young people are really key and leaders in ensuring that the world will meet the 2030 deadline for SDGs. And the good news is that with the Decade of Evaluation for Action, or the EVAL for Action campaign, that is marking the second anniversary, together with 150 partners, including 40 youth evaluators, young people are really coming together in a powerful partnership for action, a partnership that is multi-stakeholders, meaning with different stakeholders from the United Nations to governments, from civil society to university, from communities. It's intergenerational, meaning from senior to junior and young evaluators. It's inclusive, meaning in all the diversity of these different stakeholders. And youth in evaluation is all this and more. It's a bold, new, action-oriented initiatives that is really encouraging all those with power, you know, the evaluation commissioners from the United Nations or from the government or from the big private foundation, evaluators users, really to take meaningful engagements of youth and young evaluators in evaluation to the next level. So today we're here to celebrate young people in evaluation and also Youth in Evaluation Manifesto, and to sign the Youth in Evaluation Manifesto, because we really need a clear intent on what we want to do. We really need a commitment in what we want to do. We need spaces and structures, and we need ongoing learning for that. So the Youth in Evaluation Manifesto is about mainly three things. First, recognize and enhance youth in evaluation. Second is to commit to build their professional capacities. And third, the most important, is to commit to engage youth and young people in all phases of evaluation, including not only as key informats, but also as co-evaluators, co-advisors, co-decision makers, co-advocates for the use of evaluation. And UNFPA is fully committed to adopt and implement this manifesto. So really just please join us today in this commitment. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you very much, Marco, and of course, UNFPA for not only co-leading this Youth in Evaluation initiative, but also for fully committing to adopt this manifesto. We, along with many young evaluators here in this event today, are certainly looking forward to having more evaluation leaders join us and to do the same as what UNFPA have did.
Yeah, and now to talk about intergenerational efforts to advance meaningful engagement of youth in evaluation. It is with great pleasure that I introduce Gabriela Riteria Flores. She's always at the forefront championing for young and emerging evaluators. And she's the chair of EvalYouth Global Network and the co-leader at Eval for Action campaign. So it's with honor, Gabriela, please take the floor.
Thanks a lot, Mark. Thanks, Ana Erika and Marco, and all the ones who precede me. Hello, everyone. Good morning, afternoon, and good evening to all of you. Welcome to this official launch of the Youth in Evaluation initiative of the EVAL for Action campaign. I'm really excited to be here joining with you today. This is a very special occasion as Youth in Evaluation marks the second anniversary of Evil for Action. Evil for Action is a campaign that calls upon all actors everywhere to accelerate the delivery of the Sustainable Development Goals by advocating for stronger evaluation capacities, evidence-based policies, and influential evaluation, with the active participation of youth. Today, we are honored to have with us truly remarkable global leaders who advocate not only for influential evaluation, but for the inclusion of youth, young and emerging evaluators in all stages of evaluation. All of us here are here to share our passion for action and transformational change, to partner on the importance of an intergenerational approach in evaluation. In the Evil for Action campaign, the inclusion of youth has been crucial. Evil Youth has been co-leader of this campaign from the beginning, along with UNFPA and the Global Parliamentarian Forum for Evaluation. Furthermore, young and emerging evaluators are a pillar of this campaign as they have been leading the way in many fronts, regional and national consultations, awareness campaigns, etc. We witness that working in an intergenerational way has a great impact. As Evil for Action, the entire Youth in Evaluation initiative is the result of an intergenerational effort, where collaborative work is the pillar. Today, for instance, we have young singers, activists, and leaders, young and emerging evaluators, senior evaluators from all over the world, and all of us are here united for a common cause, youth in evaluation. We are here to commit towards long-term sustainable and meaningful engagement of youth and young and emerging evaluators in evaluation. Through human history, young people have to come together in a joint action to call for social transformation, for change. Change, especially transformative change, is not easy to achieve. And Youth in Evaluation is an open invitation to everyone to join the transformation of evaluation. I'd like to invite the evaluation community to, rather than standing for youth, we need to stand with youth who are speaking and advocating for change. Youth in Evaluation offers a platform for all of us to commit to work together towards the genuine inclusion of youth. And this is a great opportunity also for young people to participate in this global call, to build yourself professionally, to grow, and to leave no one behind. And as Nobel Prize winner award Malala Yousafzai once said, I raise my voice not so that I can shout, but so that those without a voice can be heard. It is our chance to raise our voice for other young and emerging evaluators, for future generation of evaluators, so they can have a space to grow. The future and the present of evaluation relies on the youth. Let's work together for it.
Wow, thank you, Gabby. On the spot. So thank you so much for sharing us your insightful words. And really, we are just as excited as you are, as a young evaluator myself as well. So before we actually proceed, we would like to we have an actually like a special guest today as well, and we would like to give a shout out to him for he is also another champion for many young and emerging evaluators. He is the chair of the Global Parliamentarians Forum for Evaluation and is also the co-leader of the Eval for Action campaign. Honorable Kabir Hashim, could you please take the floor and share a few words with us? Sir Kabir, we are not hearing you. You are still muted. Yeah, there you go.
Are you okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I have just 1 minute in which I need more than 1 hour to say what I'm going to say. So let me be on my way. Our world is seeing a paradigm shift in the role of our youth. They can influence global direction. In the recent past, a group of youth mobilized over 1 million youngsters in a single demonstration in Berlin, calling the government for climate action. It's all over the world, they have that influence. The youth are not just the future, they are here now. They are influencers, they are change agents, either in politics, in social equality, in climate change, in environment, human rights, good governance, conflict resolution, etc. They are everywhere. So then why not youth influencers for evaluation? After all, evaluation is a platform to achieve accountability in politics, social equality, good governance, human rights, and evidence-based decision-making for climate change, environment, etc. Therefore, I stand up and support youth in evaluation for a better society, a better tomorrow, and a better world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Kabir. Indeed, it's young and emerging evaluators are change agents, and for sharing these insights with us, and many young and emerging evaluators like myself, we are really thankful for this, for the support that you've given unto us. Some of us, we've managed to pursue careers in evaluation, from your guidance and help. And now, moving forward on that, I would like us to hear about our, from audience, what you think. So far, we prepared a few questions for you. And we appreciate that we have diverse audience. We have young evaluators, we have youth as users of evaluations, we have commissioners of evaluations here, and evaluation users and advocates. And we are very excited to hear your thoughts on questions that we have for you. Yeah, Erica?
Yeah, so I think it's time for us to jump right in. So for our very first question, sharing now, noting on our audience diversity, of course, we want to ask our audience, in your perspective, why should youth be engaged in evaluation?
Yeah, we want to hear.
So, our options is first, to build the skills of young evaluators. Second, to strengthen youth-led accountability. Third, to enhance relevance, rigor, and innovation of evaluation. Fourth, ensure equitable, inclusive, and gender-responsive evaluation. And last is to professionalize and sustain the evaluation profession. So, tell us what you think. And
oh yeah,
the
results are trickling in. One of the reasons that we are seeing, to enhance relevance, rigor, and innovation in evaluation seems to be taking the lead, right?
Let's give it a few more seconds. So come on, guys, bring them in, bring those answers in.
Oh, yes.
And we are so, okay.
We are super excited to see.
So we have 100 respondents already. We are closing this poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we lock them in. Okay, so go ahead, Mark.
All right. Yeah, we are seeing one of the reasons that is leading to enhance the rigor, the relevance, the innovation in evaluation as one of the leading reasons for this, to engage young and emerging evaluators in evaluation. Indeed, this is really great. Oh yeah, Erica, do you have
my
any
thoughts?
takers here?
I mean, like, like we have a very diverse audience with us right now. So I think personally, all of the responses listed out today are all equally correct and important. And wherever you are coming from, like, what stance you are in the evaluation profession, it would be
very
like,
interesting. We are seeing Enrique said that he voted for the winning option.
Yeah.
All right.
So, go ahead, Mark.
Okay, thank you. Again, we want to move to the next question. And for our next question is still on, the audience, we appreciate your diversity. So we want to see again from your perspective, how can we engage youth in evaluation? Please launch the poll.
So yeah, similar to the first one, which answer resonates with you the most?
Yeah.
So do you want youth as key sources of data in evaluation? Do you want them as co-evaluators? Do you want them as advisors? Do you want them as decision makers in evaluation processes? Or like, do you want them as advocates of evaluation? So keep them coming in. So right now we're trying to reach more than 50% of our participants. Okay, now we have 50%. So, okay, we are just giving them another 5 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we close the poll.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Anna, for that. We are very excited, actually. We are very happy to see that all of you agree from top to bottom, from start to end. Youth can be engaged in multiple levels of evaluation process in multiple capacities, but we need to provide them spaces and structures to support this meaningful participation.
So yeah, so if you have any other thoughts with regard to the answers of our poll, feel free to discuss in the chat. But yeah, thank you for actively participating.
Yeah, thank you for actively participating in this poll, and it's amazing to see the audience perspectives on youth engagement in evaluation. Thank you so much.
That's true, Mark. But just in case, maybe some people are still not convinced. And maybe is having a hard time, picturing what it looks like for youth to be advisors, maybe as an advocate or as maybe they're having a hard time picturing it. So we have invited with us our friend Sada Ben Salem to give us a clearer picture on how meaningful youth participation in evaluation looks like, and to share her perspectives and experiences as a member of the Youth Steering Committee of UNFPA's upcoming evaluation on UNFPA support to adolescents and youth. So Sana, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Erica, for your introduction. And hi, everyone. I am glad to be here with you today to talk about my experience as a member of the Youth Steering Committee established in partnership with Evaluate the Global Network. First, we know that UNFPA works to promote and to defend the sexual and reproductive health and rights of adolescents and youth. So recognizing and focusing on the central role of youth engagement and their leadership in delivering positive outputs and their responsiveness to COVID-19 pandemic, as a specific context, UNFPA Evaluation Office has launched the formative evaluation of UNFPA support to adolescents and youth. The objective is to inform the implementation of the UNFPA Youth Strategy 2019 and its strategic plan 2022-2025. This exercise involved the Evaluation Steering Committee's members to ensure a meaningful engagement of young people as co-creators in this evaluation. The steering committee is composed of 5 young emerging evaluators selected based on their activism and their experience in evaluation or youth-led organizations. So without forgetting the gender balance and the geographic diversity, UNFPA included people from different countries, and Evaluate the Global Network supported the selection process by opening a self-nominations call. The composition of the Youth Steering Committee helped to enhance learning and benefited to UNFPA to leverage more insights. The way UNFPA involved us was very innovative because we were engaged not only as a source of evidence and insight, what we are familiar to, but as a part of this process by hearing our voice and by considering our various perspectives. So we were involved as key informants in each evaluation step by providing substantive feedback and evidence from reviewing the TOR until the findings, as young evaluators in permanent contact with the experts, and as advisors by contributing to key deliverables in the evaluation process, and finally as decision makers in support of the broader evaluation team and to conceptualize the evaluation. So it was a great learning journey throughout. We played the role in learning and knowledge sharing of the exercises, results, and related deliverables. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sana. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and insights of youth participation in all phases of the upcoming evaluation of UNFPA support adolescents and youth. And now to move to the next segment that we've all been waiting for, actually. We are excited and we invite our evaluation leaders across the world to share their statements of support for youth in evaluation. And first to open the floor for us is Mr. Anthony Syriac, the Deputy Director General of Development Monitoring and Evaluation Office of the Government of India. Mr. Syriac, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Evaluation tools and methodologies have come of age. Approaches tailor-made to evaluating specific aspects of interventions like infrastructure, institutions, cluttered program space, equity, child and women centricity have evolved. However, evaluation studies in general are far from being youth-centric than desired. References to utility of youth power often relates to making use of their energies, uncorrupted inquisitiveness, technological orientation, and novel toolkits while implementing evaluation studies. This is far from being enough. Giving central focus to the impact of interventions on the youth is critically important, particularly for developing countries with exuberant yet grossly underutilized young manpower. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Siriac. And now we invite Ms. Megha Pradhan, Director for Center for Learning and Evaluation of Results in South Asia, to give her statement of support for youth. Over to you, Ms. Pradhan.
Thank you. Good evening from India. It's such a pleasure to be part of this fantastic and inspiring campaign. I would like to congratulate Eval for Action for bringing the evaluation community together to make this concerted and sustained push for youth in evaluation. Young evaluators need to be playing a more prominent role, not just as participants, but drivers of the evaluation and development agenda. Clear South Asia is committed to advancing the role of youth in evaluation and building the capacities. And we have multiple initiatives focusing on training, hands-on learning, and mentoring of young and emerging evaluators. In the coming year, we will be systematically looking at issues of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and creating opportunities for young evaluators from marginalized and vulnerable backgrounds. We look forward to exploring new and innovative models of engagement and working with all of you to tap the unique and transformative power of youth in evaluation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Pradhan. I'm happy to give the floor to Mr. Emmanuel Jimenez, the Director General, Independent Evaluation, Asia Development Bank. Welcome, Mr. Jimenez.
My colleagues at the Asian Development Bank's Independent Evaluation Department and I are very excited to have been invited to this celebration of youth in evaluation. A great part of Asia's economic success is due to the demographic dividend of a large and productive cohort of youth entering the labor market. I believe that the field of evaluation would similarly benefit from such an influx. You as young evaluators bring fresh and dynamic thinking. For example, in my experience, you have ideas on how to harness technical change to revitalize our methods so that they're more effective, timely, and efficient. Another example of your importance is that you are also passionate champions for us to evaluate interventions to affect outcomes that affect all of our futures. Climate change comes to mind. So I fully support this Youth in Evaluation Manifesto, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jimenez. And up next, we have Mr. Alois Ratemo, Director of the Directorate of Monitoring and Evaluation in the Government of Kenya. Sir Ratemo, over to you. Sir Ratemo?
Yes. Sorry.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, thank you so much. Now, as we continue promoting the evaluation culture in Kenya, we want to commit to involve the youth in this noble agenda. Moving forward as a directorate which is responsible in coordinating them and in the public sector, we will be involving our youth moving forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ratemo, for that. And we are quite excited because we are seeing all these commitments and global leaders are committing to this. This is a celebration. We are quite excited. And now I want to give, it's my great honor to invite a great friend, the director of Center for Learning and Evaluation Results for Anglophone Africa, Clear AA, Dr. Candice Moko.
Thank you so much. And it's a great pleasure to be here. With more than 1.8 billion young people in the world today, 80% of whom live in developing countries, the involvement of youth in the global movement for change is critical. As Clear AA, we wholeheartedly support the Eval for Action Youth in Evaluation campaign and recognize the need for youth to take their place at the table as equal partners towards the authentic, meaningful, and widespread engagement of young people in development action broadly and evaluation in particular. As you push the boundaries of transforming the existing systems that no longer serve us as humanity and the planet, I would like to challenge you to think about the youth agenda for the decade and decades ahead, not just for evaluation, but for the transformation of the systems that breed inequality, poverty, and underdevelopment. As history has shown us, the youth are the vanguard of change. Not only are you capable of contributing to change, you can play a leading role in bringing about change.
Thank you so much, Dr. Markel, for your words of support. And next, we have Mr. Amos Menard, Deputy Director for the Center for Learning and Evaluation of Results of Francophone Africa, or CLEAR FA. Sir Menard, over to you.
Thank you, Anna. Good morning, everyone. Significant efforts have been made to support young and emerging evaluators since the advent of EvalNewt in 2015. They have yielded meaningful results, and youth are more and more present in the leadership position of workplace and are making their voices heard more loudly. However, the impact on evaluation practice by youth is still marginal. In Francophone Africa, opportunities for young people to work in evaluation are rare and not very rewarding to ensure their rapid professional development. That's why CLEAR FA has been fully committed to supporting young evaluators for several years now. We have partnered with WOPES and universities to create a next generation of well-trained and highly qualified young evaluators. We are also working together with the Global Evaluation Initiative and other partners to help them gain their first work experience in the field. You too can join this effort to sow the seed of evaluation in youth and ensure that our commitment today to promoting young evaluators continues to be effective in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Menard. And now I give the floor to the Chief Evaluation Officer of the Independent Development Bank, evaluation of at the African Development Bank, Mr. Girma Kumbi. Mr. Kumbi, welcome.
Thank you very much, Mark, for this opportunity. It's a great pleasure to be here. As known, young people are the demographic dividend in African continent. Their participation in the evaluation field promotes a successful socio-economic development. Young people can conduct evaluation on issues that affect their life and develop innovative solutions to it. In the independent evaluation function of the African Development Bank, we provide opportunities for young and emerging evaluation in different opportunities through young evaluation, junior consultant, and others. As an example, one of the ongoing evaluation on job for youth in Africa strategy, large number of young evaluators and emerging evaluators are involved substantively in this work. Overall, young evaluators can generate knowledge, very innovative knowledge that can influence decision-making in the right direction for a society. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Kumbi. And up next, our next speaker is Ms. Gabriela Perez Yarajuan, the Director for Center for Learning and Evaluation and Results of Latin America and the Caribbean region. Over to you, Gabriela.
Thank you so much for the invitation for this very inspiring event. Youth has the intrinsic ability to imagine new possibilities, new ways of understanding the world, and by nature are rebellious of the stickiness of path-dependent rules and procedures. One can never tell a young person that something cannot be done. That is why youth is a key asset to leverage the transformational power of evaluation. Change is needed today. In the aftermath of COVID-19 pandemic, the Sustainable Development Goals need to get back on track. And in order to do so, we need the determined force of youth. Me and all the CLEAR network in Latin America are committed to bring the energy, talents, capacity, and compromise of youth at the forefront of the evaluation profession, because we absolutely need youth agency for change. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Yaraguan. And now we invite our friend all the way from Canada, Mr. Michael Quinn Patton. Michael is the founder of Blue Marble Evaluation. Welcome, Michael.
Greetings, everyone. As an evaluation elder myself, and on behalf of the Global Blue Marble Evaluation Network, nothing gives us greater hope for our future than the energy and commitment infusing our profession from youth who make intergenerational evaluation a reality, integrating the past, present, and future to contribute to a more equitable and sustainable blue marble world, the shared home of all humanity. It is not just individual youth engaging, but youth engaging together across generations, across the world, that will transform both the world and evaluation. This is an important initiative, and we are delighted to endorse it.
Thank you very much, Sir Patton. And up next, to give his statement of support for youth and evaluation, please welcome Mr. Oscar Garcia, Director of the Independent Evaluation Office of the United Nations Development Program. Over to you, Mr. Garcia.
Thank you very much, Erica. I'm delighted to participate in this event with all of you with the Global Network of Evaluation for Action. Greetings from New York. From UNDP perspective, we think that this is a fantastic initiative. Traditionally, evaluation has been associated with gray hair, with the experience of the old generation to try to learn from them. But I think we need to reverse this. We need to learn from young people, because when you see the state of the world, apparently we didn't do such a good work. And therefore, for the sustainability of the planet, we really rely on you, particularly to address the sustainability dimension for the next generations, not just yours, but your following generations. In that regard, I would like to invite you to really think harder on how to address sustainability with the support of scientific approaches in all the disciplines that you may be working right now. Again, thanks for the invite. It was a pleasure to endorse this initiative.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Garcia, for the tremendous support, as always. To finish this segment, we have Ms. Sylvia Salinas, the president of the International Organization for Cooperation in Evaluation, the IOCE. She couldn't join us today, but she sent us a video to share her statement of support. Please play the video.
Hello, my name is Sylvia Salinas, currently president of IOCE, the International Organization for Cooperation in Evaluation. IOCE supports meaningful engagement of youth in evaluation and therefore congratulates today the launch of the Youth in Evaluation. As a global network of over 160 voluntary organizations for professional evaluation that articulate more than 80,000 evaluation volunteers and activists, we are committed to challenge biases and exclusion patterns that leave youth behind in evaluation, create opportunities to strengthen youth leadership and participation in VOPIs, promote intergenerational dialogue and learning around the present and future of evaluation, convene young actors to boost innovation in evaluation, listen and advocate for youth perspectives on professionalization in evaluation, raise awareness on the professionalization needs of young evaluators. And last but not least, value the voluntary work and contribution of youth in evaluation. Young people are not the future, they are the present. Them or us is a false dilemma. The real challenge is about changing our mindsets and ways of doing to boost youth potential and intergenerational collaboration towards transformation in evaluation. Let's go for it.
Thank you very much to Sylvia and IOCE for sharing their support. And now that we have heard from institutional leaders from this session, we would also like to invite our leaders from regional voluntary organizations for professionalization of evaluation. And to open this floor with us is the president of the African Evaluation Association, Madam Rossetti Nabumba. The floor is yours, Madam.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here. The African Evaluation Association is committed to supporting the youth in evaluation through 5 ways. 1, co-opting of leaders, 2 leaders, 1 French, 1 from English speaking, from the Africa E network onto the AFREA board and governance committees. 2, increased access to capacity building and training opportunities. 3, working collaboratively with the AFREA E-network in developing and implementing the joint action plan for influential evaluation in Africa. 4, strengthening the youth networking opportunities with evaluation practitioners and increasing their professional participation in AFREA conferences, African Evaluation Journal, and the African Evaluation Principles. We welcome the manifesto, and I bring greetings from the African Evaluation Association. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Rossetti. And now I invite our next speaker, Ms. Celeste Giano, the Coordinator General for Red de Seguimiento, Evaluación y Sistematización de Latinoamérica y el Caribe. Ms. Gadiano, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Erica. Thank you and greetings to everyone from Latin America. On behalf of RELAC, we are grateful with the organizer for this initiative, which help us to strengthen the engagement of young and emerging evaluators in our region. I'm happy to be here to share with you our RELAC statement. RELAC is proud to renew its commitment with being the champion for youth in evaluation, highlighting our young executive committee and active involvement as a convener in the summer school for young and emerging evaluators, the support for peer-to-peer proposals from young people in the region, and the prioritization of young and emerging evaluators to participate in our RELAX 2022 conference. We are also proud to have included as a general member the first network of young evaluators from Nicaragua, being agent of change and action for evaluation in their country and for the region. We want to join in being the champions of youth in evaluation, engaged in making our young evaluators our ambassadors in a global scale. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Giano. Up next to deliver a statement of support is Mr. Tashi Denak, a young board member of Asia Pacific Evaluation Association. Welcome, Tashi.
Thank you, Mark. More than anyone else, we as a youth know better the issues we face, the solutions we want, and the abilities we have. If the issue is about us, the youth, we are in better position to devise appropriate solutions. That's why it's of paramount importance that we are involved in evaluation. Asia Pacific Evaluation Association is one such voice promoting and supporting the youth in evaluation through various programs and initiatives. To point out some of its initiatives, APIA has YE team group working towards expanding the network of evaluate chapters across Asia Pacific. APIA also plays an important role in conducting various M&E programs in collaboration with evaluate chapters across Asia Pacific. APIA has been placing youth in high regard when it comes to monitoring and evaluation. Through this Youth in Evaluation campaign, APIA applauds and extends its support in promoting youth in evaluation by committing to adopt this manifesto. Thank you.
Thank you so much again, Tashi, for that. And now we introduce the president of the American Evaluation Association, Madam Veronica Ozabal. Madam President, welcome.
Many thanks to the Eval for Action team for convening us today. Colleagues, like many of you, the American Evaluation Association has contended over the last several years on evaluation's own history in promoting inequitable and exclusive practices, all with the goal of reimagining what a responsible evaluation practice could and should look like. In fact, our conference theme this year is Reshaping Evaluation Together. Youth and young evaluators are a key part of reshaping what the evaluation practice of tomorrow will be. They are both the future demanders of a just evaluation practice, as well as the future suppliers of the new methods and approaches needed to meet this demand. As such, it is paramount for those of us in positions of influence to engage and integrate this growing segment of our evaluation community in substantive and strategic ways. At the AEA, we are supporters of youth and young evaluators across our work, including engaging them to redefine who we are. And this is why we are excited to stand by you today to further signal our commitment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Olazabal. And to finish this segment, we invite our friend, Ms. Taruna Gupta, board member of the European Evaluation Society. Over to you, Taruna.
Thank you all, and thank you everyone for taking the time to listen to us, to listen to me today. So I'm going to start with a quote by Liz Fossolini, and she said, "Diversity is having a seat at the table, inclusion is having a voice, and belonging is having that voice heard." So since 2015, when initiatives like EvaLYouth came about, it's so humbling to see what youth inclusion in evaluation has come to mean, because I see a lot of belonging in the evaluation community of young people. And the European Evaluation Society supports this initiative because, as Marco has said before me, this manifesto goes beyond that. It talks about capacity building, which has been done, but it's about guiding that voice. So that voice is being heard, but guiding it to the right way and actually defining what meaningful youth engagement is, which is co-advisors and co-managers of evaluation. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Taruna, and thank you to all our global evaluation leaders for joining us today and showing your strong commitment and support to nurture youth in evaluation. And now to commemorate this and celebrate this, this support, we now have Luka Simic, an award-winning accordion player from Serbia, performing a piece by Italian composer Domenica Scarlatti. Luca, please take the floor. Wow, wow, amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you, Luca, for those beautiful notes. And now it's time to officially launch the Youth in Evaluation Manifesto.
Yes, so just briefly sharing my screen. I hope you all can hear me. Yes, okay. So to find the manifesto, you need to visit the evalforaction.org website. And here, you would find the manifesto available in multiple languages. At the moment, we have the manifesto in Arabic, English, French, Russian, Spanish, and Swahili. And it's gonna come more in more languages. So clicking in one of these badges will lead you to the manifesto. And there, once you are ready, you can click on the Sign the Manifesto button to access the form so that you are able to commit to be a champion for youth and take action to engage youth in evaluation. So for now, you would like to request all of our individuals and institutions that have signed the manifesto to please open your videos and show your champion badges for youth in evaluation. Right. Yes, so thank you so much for signing and committing for youth and evaluation. Mark?
Yeah, thank you so much. I hope we've all turned and wore our badges with pride.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So by wearing this champion badge, the institutions and individuals in front of you today have officially answered the call to action to meaningfully engage youth and young evaluators in evaluation.
Yeah, we, the members of the global evaluation community, including governments, parliamentarians, voluntary organizations for professional evaluation, VOPES, United Nations agencies, evaluators, academia, private sector, and development sector, we recognize that young and emerging evaluators are actively contributing and shaping the global evaluation culture and are multiplying the transformational power of evaluation to build a sustainable, inclusive, and equitable world framed by social justice and equity.
We accept our role and responsibility in nurturing and supporting the meaningful engagement of youth and young and emerging evaluators in evaluation processes and in evaluation advocacy in order to support the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals.
We commit to undertake strategic and concerted efforts to build professional capacities of young and emerging evaluators.
We commit to advocate for and enhance real and meaningful engagement of youth in evaluation, focusing on the diversity of youth by collaborating with youth in the design, development, and use of evaluation. This includes engaging youth and young and emerging evaluators in all phases of evaluation, including as
key informants, to provide perspectives and evidence during evaluation data collection, and a special focus on underrepresented youth groups.
As co-evaluators who conduct the evaluation together with senior evaluation team members.
And as advisors, we contribute insights to key deliverables of evaluation process.
Also as decision makers who co-lead and co-guide the evaluation process together with commissioners and or managers of the evaluation process.
As advocates for use of evaluation.
We acknowledge that meaningful engagement of youth and young and emerging evaluators in evaluation is an ongoing process and not a one-time effort, which requires reflection on the process and using lessons for action and change.
And we commit to be champion for youth in evaluation.
So ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to show you our first champions for youth in evaluation. Please give them a warm welcome in the chat. And we will also ask our adoptees to please keep your videos open for a very quick photo op. Yeah, so one quick picture with all of our speakers, please. And also, if you have adopted the manifesto, feel free to wear the badge.
And wear it with pride. Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. As we have shown earlier, if you want to be a champion for youth in evaluation, receive your badge and sign the manifesto at our website, evalforaction.org.
Thank you very much, Mark, for that kind reminder. And up next, of course, you know, this is not the end. We will have to continue the call for action for meaningful youth engagement in evaluation. It is my pleasure to introduce to you my colleagues and all of my friends from regional Eval Youth chapters with their strong statements on youth engagement and commitment.
Today, the historical launch of the Youth in Evaluation gives us the opportunity to confidently mobilize stakeholders to create space and structures to meaningfully engage youth in evaluation.
The evaluation field still needs to create meaningful spaces for their participation and development. We take this launch and all the other activities and initiatives as important steps towards achieving our goals.
Works closely with the regional VOPEs to build the capacity of the youth to participate in and contribute to the use of evaluation for achieving sustainable development in our region. We hope youth can change the world with the creativity, dedication, and vision for a better world.
The launch of this drive encourages us to mobilize more actors to engage youth in decision-making at all levels. Youth should be engaged now, not in the future. We're happy to start the journey today with this launch.
We have a diverse youth population in the region whose creativity and innovation is counted for achieving sustainable development. From today on, we hope to start engaging youth in designing and conducting, using and advocating for evaluation.
This is the journey we must take together. So we hope you will join our efforts to mobilize and create awareness about this initiative. Let's be the leaders of tomorrow and do it together.
We cannot do this work alone. We invite evaluators, evaluation commissioners, and evaluation users to adopt the manifesto and join in the evaluation today.
There you go. And so thank you to our friends from our regional Evalu chapters for advocating and rallying for more action for meaningful engagement of youth and evaluation. As a young evaluator myself, and I know many of my friends can relate to this, we all look forward to the wave of change that this initiative will bring in the evaluation field.
I agree. While this celebration is almost coming to an end, please know that the rally to advance the meaningful engagement for youth in evaluation has just begun.
So that's right. So join us to continue to mobilize your networks for more commitments from evaluation leaders specifically to commit to be a champion for youth in evaluation. So continue to follow the initiative through the Eval for Action hashtag on Twitter to stay on top of youth and evaluation updates.
Oh yeah. Thank you all for joining us today and to celebrate youth in evaluation. We appreciate your participation and your active support actually for this initiative, and we hope to continue spreading the word as celebration ends. And to officially send our guests off, we have Lloyd Semo from Kenya. He will be performing an original song entitled Eval Youth Song of Champions. The song is arranged by Semo himself, and the lyrics are done by Mebo Birengo, inspired by youth longing for process on how we, the evaluation community as a whole, need to harness the power of youth in evaluation to accelerate towards sustainable development and a bright future. We hope you enjoy and see you around. Take it away, Lloyd.
In our world today, our foundation is a hope we pride. In our world today, evil you can be relied upon. Reaching to the skies is our vision and our drive today. Pulling others up, we are building Africa today. We rejoice and shine the light in our land and in our work. We are longing to deliver in our strive to a better world today. Yes, we call upon the world, east and west and all come as one. All race, and gender need the voice of youth.